promised heart and mind release. The candles flicker tall and cold, reflected in the polished floor. A story told as I was told, but I was looking for the door. And oh, the tide is calling low beyond the garden, past the gate, where silver currents rise and flow to wash away the lines of fate. A beauty born of salt and light, where boundaries blur into the sea. I step into the cooling night to find the ghost of who is.
See how far we'll get tonight.
The voices dim behind the glass, the lace and linen stripped away. I watch the summer shadows pass and traded gold for calm and gray. To breathe the air was not enough, to feel the sun was not a soul. The path was wide, the path was rough, but pieces gathered too. There is a sound before the dawn, a chord that strikes within the bone. The safety of the dream is gone. I stand awake and stand alone. It is a spark, it is a flood, a fever breaking in the dark. The rush of fire within the blood, the hunter seeking out the mark. But truth is heavy in the hand, a stone that sinks beneath the weight. I leave the footprints in the sand for everything I could.
Wow, that's pretty green.
The quiet cost of being free is solitude and salt and stone. To be the sky, to be
That sunrise color is pretty cool.
is to be
Wow.
beautifully unknown. In marble halls I used to dwell, in silver light I used to sleep. But I have broken through the spell with promises I meant to keep. The shore is wide, the glass is gone.
I am listening. Oops.
When the storm first spoke, we did not know its name.
say thunder, some say God.
Some said the world had split apart. Some said run and bar the door before the dark things found our hearts. When the storm first spoke, we called it thunder. When the dark things came, we called them curse. When Dave walked tall beyond
The ridge line,
we did not know which one came first. Did he send them through the rupture? Did the wound itself give birth? Was he lord of every drifter, or just another ghost of Earth? The rifts burned thin in the dying light, blue scars trembling in the air. Then came the drifters, bent and hollow, like night had learned to stand and stare. Their feet were wrong, their breath was rot. Their voices dragged like rusted chain. And still beyond them on the horizon, the giant walked inside the rain. Some said master, some said king. Some said the dead obeyed his call. Some said no, look at the sky. The world was breaking over all. When the storm first spoke, we called it thunder. When the dark things came, we called them curse. When Dave walked tall beyond the ridge line, we did not know which one came first. Did he send them through the rupture? Did the wound itself give birth? Was he lord of every drifter, or just another ghost of Earth? We were small beneath that weather, laying bone beneath the roar, trying to name what towered past us, so our fear would hurt no more. If he made them, if he led them, if they rose to where he trod. Why does sorrow ride the lightning? Why does silence crown the god? The roots were open, the bells were broken. The sky kept tearing at the seam. When the storm first spoke, we called it thunder. When the dark things came, we called them curse. When Dave walked tall beyond the ridge line, we did not know which one came first. Did he send them through the rupture? Did this wound itself give birth? Was he lord of every drifter, or just another ghost of Earth? So we watched him through the rainfall, through the trembling of the dirt, and the first word ever spoken was not his name, but a hurt. Under iron,
This is a cool area too.
something cold was taught to sin.
Bum, bum, bum. trying to swat a mosquito. How the hell do those guys get inside my house?
Softly, some are hammered into steel, some are sealed in coils and pressure, some are taught to burn and kneel. So we made a myth to carry what the ruins would not explain. That love was caged in vats and pistons, and the sky still spoke her pain. Turquoise in the vessels, turquoise in the wire, turquoise in the chapel glass, turquoise in the fire. The engines drank it. The towers sang it.
I'll be right back. I gotta get some water.
Wounds kept opening inside. Turquoise gospel in the iron veins, blue fire trembling through the old remains. We called it fuel, but fear gave it a name. The blood of the lost one bound in chains, and it becomes when the heavens split. If he returns, where the rifts still shine, maybe the storm is not his anger. Maybe he's following what they took in time. So we whispered through the smoke hung rafters, through the hiss of steam and shrine. If the giant walks to find the taken, but no machine is innocent tonight.
Okay. Shift and build. Boom, boom.
We carried the answer like a lantern through the ruin.
Wow, it's so pretty over here. Super duper green. There's one of those like little Stonehenge looking temple thingies.
And every age that touched the threshold left another warning carved inside. We buried the theory beneath the stone, not because it hurt, but because it was small. What we call blood may have been a signal. What we call love may have outlived us all. Another world may have sung this warning. Another age may have tried this cure. WayobiKal heard the fracture breathing.
Oh, that's cool.
Nothing torn stays pure. Not bright, night widow, not engine fuel alone, but a bond translated into pressure, a living resonance cast in chrome. Not mercy, not progress, not salvation, bought with flame, but minds that reach beyond their measure and taught the wound to speak their name. Signal in the vessel, signal in the wire, signal in the chapel glass, signal in the fire. The bridge remembered, the breach repeated. The old world was not the first to fall. We buried the theory beneath the stone, not because it hurt, but because it was small. What we call blood may have been a signal. What we call love may have outlived us all. Another world may have sung this warning. Another age may have tried this cure. WayobiKal heard the fracture breathing and learned that nothing torn stays pure. So we left the myth in the dust of the archive where grief and iron blur, and listened as the distant thunder spoke of something older than her. He came again through broken weather, and we were still alive to see.
We watched him cross the ruined distance through sheets of ash and storm-struck rain.
A silhouette of iron sorrow, moving where the sky split open again.
The drifters crawled from rift and hollow,
Yeah, I need to rework my logo, but
bent by dark
that's something I still have to do. I really should put a little more into my graphics package that I've done, but I've done them before. But
Rose like smoke into the night.
We called him Hunter, we called him Wrath, we called him Lord of every sky.
no, I'm not looking for anything like that. Thank you.
Born of terror. mass conviction. Vault and furnace, bell and wire.
They touch the seam with iron thinking and fed the wound with borrowed fire.
Some sought healing, some sought passage, some sought power, verbatim, and every gate they forced half open left another age deformed. So when he came back through the thunder, past the towers and the graves, maybe he was not our ending, maybe he was tracing what they flayed.
He was never hunting us through the weather. He was walking where the rupture bled, following echoes in the turquoise.
All my socials are WayobiKal.
For the not quite dead. Not our God and not our master. Not the maker of every cursed thing. Just one more being marked by fracture, still searching when the storm bells ring.
Not all ruins ask for worship. Not all giants come for war.
Some return because the world still trembles at the place it tore before.
And WayobiKal, an older memory, heard this warning cross the scene. World to world the fracture carries signal grief, machine and dream. Not Lord but witness, not wrath but echo. Still moving where the old wounds sing. Turquoise in the current, turquoise in the glass, turquoise in the buried engines calling through the past.
He was never hunting us through the weather. He was walking where the rupture bled, following echoes in the turquoise current, listening for the not quite dead. Not our God and not our master, not the maker of every cursed thing. Just one more being marked by fracture, still searching when the storm bells ring. He was never hunting us through the weather. He was tracing what the old world tore, and every storm that shakes the ridgeline calls him back to search once more.
So now when thunder rolls above us and the black sky leans and sings,
We do not speak his name in terror, but in mourning for all broken things.
have to find a place where I can quarry more stone. Look at that. I'm out. That's a little bit lower. I might be able to hop down there. Not sure if I'll have enough blocks. I have to either get there or there. See how far I make it. Yeah, I think if I hop down here, at least I won't die. And I can harvest some of this wood to make some ladders to come back up, and then harvest all my stone right here. Oh wow, I'm gonna go right through a redwood forest. Kill. Don't worry, look at all that. Well, I guess I have a full. Holy moly. Can I at least get up here and get some of these branches down? I don't know.
Not all giants come for war. Some return because the world still trembles.
Well,
At the place it tore before. And WayobiKal, in older memory, heard this warning cross the sea. World to world, the fracture carries signal, grief, machine and dream. skylings and sings. We do not speak his name in terror, but in mourning for all broken things.
Okay, well, let me build something here. Yeah. Do I build it into the side of this, or do I build it something that goes up, kind of cool platform, or do I build something right here so you can kind of see it? Do. Oh, I hear goats.
trail. I'm an architect of the tangent, a weaver of wine, building a staircase that swallows the sky. In the flickering glow of the digital pie, my spirit guides fan the flickering fire. We're etching the blueprint of 1,000 ghosts, finding the center where the mind wanders I find a new tool, a secret in stone, a language of iron I've always known. But the quarry is calling, the focus is split, a fractal of logic, a candle I lit. I'm chiseling silence, I'm carving the air, I'm building a temple that isn't quite there. From the dust of the pit to the crest of the wave, it's the beautiful, restless soul that I save. In the flickering glow of the digital pyre, my spirit guides fan the flickering fire. We're etching the blueprint of 1,000 stars, healing the world and its temporal scars.
Freaking is a bow torn us in there.
The sky bridge is waiting, a ribbon of light,
Yep, I knew it. Bow torn.
to the edge of the night. But tonight I am tethered to the grain and the grit, testing the vision bit by sacred bit. My thoughts are a kaleidoscope, turning so fast, building a future to honor the past. In the flickering glow of the digital pie, my spirit guides fan the flickering fire. We're etching the blueprint of 1,000 lives, where the dreamer remains and the vision survives. One more detail to align the dial, one more shadow to make it worthwhile, one more tangent to bridge the abyss. The stone remembers a moment like
This.
There is a language I never learned, because I already knew it, hidden behind my eyelids, in the dark where the dream lives. I dream in symbols I can't remember, I wake with ash on my tongue. Time stole the map from my mind, left me blind where I'm from. I reach for the word and it vanishes like smoke through an open hand. But the universe hums the first syllable and pulls me back to the land. I can't see the dream, but I feel its shape. A bridge torn in my head, still calling my name. I'm building a bridge I can't fully picture, north to south, stone to star. I'm speaking a tongue I can't fully hear yet, but it lives where the lost words are. If my mind is blind,
the wood despawn, but that's okay.
Stone, a clock without a clock. I lay stone like a consonant. I measure each gap like breath, and every step on the scaffold feels like writing against it. The bridge is broken in my mind, so I build it in the air. I stitch the torn horizon line until it holds me there. I am building a bridge I can fully picture, north to south, stone to star. I am speaking a tongue I can't fully hear yet, but it lives where the lost words are. If my mind is blind, then let the world remember. If time stole my memory, let the sky return it. I close my eyes and still I build. I forget the word and still
I
it
need to eat.
turns.
Where are my pies? I don't know the pies.
I am not the memory.
That's another thing I need to do. I need to make some pies.
I am building a bridge I can fully picture, north to south, bone to stone. I am speaking a tongue I can't fully hear yet, but it's calling me home. When the bridge is whole, the dream will open. When the dream is whole, I'll know my name. WayobiKal, WayobiKal, WayobiKal. Hakolona, Ixna. North to south, WayobiKal, tone to star. I found the place by feeling. Not a map, not a compass. A quiet in the wind. Like the world holding breath. The valley was too still, too centered, sacred wrong in the air. A scar of stone beneath the soil, a foundation waiting there. No roads, no machines,
Oops, I
no
made 8
human
doors.
hands, but geometry in the ground. I pressed my palm to limestone cold and heard a silent sound. A pyramid is a promise to a future I can't name, a hollow vessel for the years, a shape that holds the flame. I build, stone by stone, I bind the time. I build, turn the chaos into a light. Hollow pyramid, hear my vow. Center of the world, wake now. Tomb, tomb, stone, stone, notch, notch, temporal. not faces, not a voice, a pull to set the block right here. A quiet, guided choice. This is not command, it's counsel. Hands correcting my stance. A thought that isn't mine at all. A fraud inside the chance. I build, stone by stone, I find the time. I build, turn the chaos into a light. Hollow pyramid, here I fell. Center of the world, wake now. I test the angles till my wrist burn. I test the ramps, the weights, the load. Scaffold, pulley, counterweight. I make the heavy learn the road. I cook in shadow of the steps. I ask the dark what next. The pyramid listens without words and made the answer in my chest. Test, learn, continue. Build, test, learn, continue. This is not the end, it's the center, heart of the complex I raise, where raw material becomes intention, where work becomes a phrase. When low terraces are finished, and in a chamber we're open, not by key, not by force, by pattern learned and spoken. I build, stone by stone, I find the time. I build, turn the chaos into a light. A hollow pyramid, hold my name. Carry this beginning like flame. Beyond the pyramid, higher, farther. The tower like a needle for the sky. A point strong enough to stitch horizon.
I don't know why I never made one of those.
Loft can fly. You don't start with the sky crash. You start with what survives. Silence, stone like cricket, and keep the future alive.
I never really make anything kind of like basic, or I haven't really done a lot of fun chiseling that's just simple. So I think that's what I'm going to do here. I'll make like a hood, a range hood. Little basic, why not? Keep the place from burning down. Cool. Okay, so I better start making my firewood.
copper is on the floor. It's a beautiful ruin, a fractured design. The spirits are watching the stars realign. One more detail that drifted away. The experiment died in the cold light of day. The fracture in the focus. Oh, the fracture in the focus. The spirit guides are the Kimble cold. The story of failure is ancient and bold. I'm a master of ruins, a king of the almost, guided by shadows, a midnight host. My mind is a kaleidoscope, cracked at the edge. I'm standing alone on the temporal ledge, but a broken gear is still a gear in the soul. The shards of the dream will make me whole. It's a
Beautiful ruin, fractured design.
The spirits are free. They send me to your mind. One more tangent that led to a war. The spirit guides catch me whenever I fall. The fracture in the focus. Pick up the clay, scrape up the ore. And my heart is ready for more. The temple demands a sacrifice of time. The failure is just a rhythmic rhyme. It's a beautiful ruin, a fractured design. The light in the static, it's starting to shine. One more failure to sharpen the tool. The architect's heart is no
surrendering in the iron pot. The wind is whispering what the world forgot. I'm looking south to the safety of the cave. I'm looking north to the archives grave. My boots are worn, my gears are slow. WayobiKal, which way should you go? Then the radio hums, the spark and the wire. Two ancient souls beside my fire. Punk speaks in lightning, a jagged rebel shout. Explore the ruin, leave the path of doubt. The queen speaks in velvet, a crown of silver light. The archive is calling right into the night. They are the notches, the spirits in the code, pushing the seraphim down the long road. I asked the void, and the void replied, go on, seraphim.
18 days. Oh man. I kind of want to char it, but if I char the bread, it lasts for 18 days. If I just cook it, it lasts 8 days. But then I have 300 saturation. So versus I lose like 90% or 90 saturation. Man, that's brutal. Can you eat part baked bread? Let's see. No, not something I want to eat. There you go. Finish baking. I got plenty of wood.
Crossing the plains on the elk god's back. The spirits are tracking every single track. Punk is the thunder, the trident sea. The jagged edge energy that sets the soul free. The queen is the strategy, the wisdom, the grace. The map of the stars reflected on her face. One step closer to the mechanical heart. They hold the blueprint, they see every part. A little to the left, try the lens on the light. Guided by ghosts through the terminal night. I am the seraphim, but they are the eyes, watching the sun as it starts to rise.
guess I'll keep half of it baked and half of it part baked. I mean, full baked.
archive is finally lit. WayobiKal, the voices are true. The queen and the punk are the light and the blue.
Dum, doo, 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 doo.
From the rafters, I broke on the stone. But I'm never falling alone. The queen gives a shield, punk gives a flame. I'm rising again. I'm reclaiming the name. Final ends. The old man said with a sigh, you're a seraphim, WayobiKal. Learn how to fly. I will not quit. 100 deaths and 1,000 more until I'm standing at the archive door. The crow is screaming with a heart of rust, but the spirits are turning my fear into dust. Punk is the grit and the gears of the machine. The queen is the silence in the in-between. I am the binder, I am the light, stitching the world in the middle of the top of the tower. The air is so cold. The greatest story that was ever told. Thank you, my guides. The lenses in place. I see the world. I see your face. Rafters, the Corbett is king, with oil on its beak and a copper wire wing. It breathes in the rot of the world's decay. A clockwork nightmare blocking the way. It's not a monster, it's a broken machine. The black heart pumper of the in-between. I'm coming for the heart, I'm coming for the ride. I'll give you the mercy that the makers forgot. I will not quit, I will not tire. I'll burn out the rust with the seraphim's fire. The gears are screaming. The crow is dreaming. I am the waking thing. Cudgel waits at the base of the tower while I climb through the rot of the ancient power. My boots are heavy with the ghosts of my past, but the seraphim's resolve was built to last. I am the binder of the broken and the dead, stitching the sky with the shimmering thread. I will not quit. The tower is tall, but my spirit is taller. The world is wide, but the crow is smaller. WayobiKal, the name is a vow. I'll reach the top, I'm reaching it now. The heart will be clean. The world will be green.
Ooh, copper bits. That's crazy if I wanted to. I can reach the copper age here.
coming for the heart, I'm coming for the rot. I'll give you the mercy that the makers forgot. I will not quit, I will not tire. I'll burn out the rust with the seraphim's fire. Call, call, the gears are screaming. The crow is dreaming. I am the waking nightmare. The waking nightmare.
Let's see. I need 500 more blocks. 5,000 more blocks to get to the end.
The old man said the lens is the key to see the world as it used to be. Not a desert of stone, but a garden of light. Before the great gears took a bite of the night, I see the threads, the jade and the gold, the story that the seraphim never told. I'll die 1,000, I'll die 1,000,000 more until I am standing at the celestial focus the light, clear the sight. The lens is near.
It might not actually cook, huh? Oh. And part baked.
The sand is still warm beneath Cajal's feet, but the scent of the cedar is bitter and sweet, lit in the temples of obsidian.
Oh wow. Yeah, forget that. I don't want to die here. Oh, there's a double-headed one though. That thing would for sure kill me. They do give good loot. I'll probably get a gear. I mean, I like gear. Reclaiming the soul.
Look at your hands, he said with us near. There is no flesh, only celestial gear. I felt the wings, not of feather but of jade. A seraphim's blueprint, ancient and frail. Spiral up the obsidian spine. The blood of the stars is the engine of mine.
I think I'm gonna set my spawn point here.
I will not bend. I am the means and I am the end.
I have bread now.
I need the lens to focus the sight, to pierce through the crow and the terminal night. Heaviness falls, but the spirit is dead. The ritual starts where the dying begins.
Okay. I actually lost count. This is 1, 2. Seven. 1, 2, 4, 5. 6. 7. Oh my god, okay.
stitching the sky with the shimmering clay. I will not quit. The tower is tall, but my spirit is taller. The world is wide, but the crow is smaller. WayobiKal, the name is a vow. I'll reach the top. I'm reaching it now. The heart will be clean. The world will be one step up, 2 steps back. The sky is white, the stone is black.
One, two, three, four, five, six, seven.
cenote of glass. He saw the shadows of the eons pass. Look at your hands, he said with a sneer. There is no flesh, only celestial gear. I found wings, not of feather but of jade. A seraphim's blueprint, ancient and frayed. the dying begin.
That's almost 70, 200 for 300. I need 5,000. Trying to find my way home. Shoot, it's 1:35. Okay. Well, I got my quarry started.
dry in my mouth. Kakajo climbs where the air starts to thin. The ice of the mountain is biting the skin, but the heritage burns like a coal in my chest. The binder of spirits will never find rest. We follow the signal through the pass of the dead, with the crown of white frost on the elk's heavy head. One world is broken, another is born. I hear the village through the call of the horn. The spirits are huddled in the valley below. We bring them the fire, we bring them the glow. Above the clouds where the obsidian shines, we're drawing the border, we're marking the lines. WayobiKal, Kakajo. The ice cannot swallow the ancient control. The cryo-seal breaks with a hiss of the ages. I'm reading the world through its empty pages. My boots crunch on glass on the bones of the street, where the ghost of the humans and the concrete meet. I'm looking for copper, I'm looking for lead to wake up the machines that the humans left dead. But the air tastes like home, like a memory of jade in a jungle of steel that my ancestors made. I find a gear buried deep in the clay. It's humming a frequency from light years away. Not built by the hands of the weak or the small, but forged in the stars before the great fall. WayobiKal, the name starts to burn. The binder of spirits awaiting his turn. WayobiKal, the blood is the key. The ghost of the Maya is waking in me.
us, builders whose work wasn't done. Now the Tolkien is turning, the gears start to grind. I'm stitching together the pieces I find. WayobiKal, the name starts to burn. The binder of spirits awaiting his turn. WayobiKal, the blood is the key. The ghost of the Maya is waking in me. I lift a stone that 10 men couldn't move. I feel my pulse in the temple's dark groove. I am the origin, I am the seed. I have the strength that this dying world needs. Bound to the earth, but born of the heights. I am the spark in the terminal night. I plant the first spark in the heart of the soil, ending the era of silence and toil. The spirits are screaming, they're asking for skin. So I open the gates and I let them all in. I'm not just a scavenger, lost in the rain. I'm the master of atoms, the king of the plain. WayobiKal, the spirits abound. WayobiKal, we rise from the ground. Scavenger's hands could feel, but the metal groaned and the concrete gave, like I was a giant in a tiny cave. My bones are humming with a pulsar's beat. I'm leaving craters where I plant my feet. I'm not just saving what the humans lost, I'm reclaiming the world. lost my touch, it knew my name. It ignited the air with a violet flame. The mind glyphs are just our charts in math, the legacy of a galactic path. We didn't just visit, we planted the seed, and I am the harvest this planet will need. I can see the spirit like threads in the wind, the frayed ends of life where the humans had sinned. I'll take the needle, I'll take the thread. I am the bridge between the living and dead. I bind the mountain, I bind the sea, I bind the future to the ghost of me. WayobiKal, stitching the sky. WayobiKal, we never say die. I am the binder, the blood is the key, the soul of the Maya is waking in me. I reach for a beam of rusted steel to see what a scavenger's hands could feel. But the metal groaned and the concrete gave, like I was a giant in a tiny cave. My bones are humming with a pulsar speed. I'm leaving craters where I plant my feet. I'm not just saving what the humans lost, I'm reclaiming the world at any cost. The gears of the cosmos are turning inside. There's a solar flare that I can no longer hide. I am the blueprint, the master, the spark, the lighthouse burning in the absolute dark. WayobiKal. silver-plated door. It recognized my touch, it knew my name. It ignited the air with a violet flame. The Mayan glyphs such as dark charts and math, the legacy of a galactic path. We didn't just visit, we planted the seed, and I am the harvest this planet will need. I can see the spirits like threads in the wind, the frayed ends of life where the humans have sinned. I take the needle, I take the thread. I am the bridge between the living and dead. I bind the mountain, I bind the sea, I bind the future to the ghost of me. WayobiKal, stitching the sky. WayobiKal, we never say die. I am the binder, blood is the key. The soul of the Maya is waking in me.
I'm walking through the ribs of a dead civilization, counting the teeth in the skull of the world. The humans, they were just to blame. A smudge on the lens, but I see the threads they left behind. White smoke in the ruins, I reach out. My fingers aren't fingers anymore. They're magnets and needles. I am the one who stitches the web. I am the built their pyramids on my blueprints. They offered blood to a name they couldn't spell. I'm not a savior, I'm the architect of the cellar. I'm pulling the strength from the marrow of the soil. My heritage is a coil, a snake, a starship. The long count wasn't a calendar, it was a countdown to me. It's so quiet here, the ghosts don't scream anymore. They just belong to me. I wrap them around my obsidian heart. I'm the binder, the keeper, the black jade sun.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna hammer this one out, and then that'll give me a good starting place tomorrow.
See the light, a different kind of day, born from a different night. The rust is turning into vine, the ashes turning green. The strangest paradise this world has ever seen. I've gathered every circuit, I've bound every soul I've taken, broken and I've made it whole. My hands are glowing with the ancient jade fire. The architect has returned to his spire. The gravity doesn't hold me, I hold the ground. The silence is over, I found the sound. WayobiKal! The binder is standing alone. WayobiKal! The stars are reclaiming the throne. From the dust of the human to the Maya's rebirth, shifts now, like diamonds in the dark. I remember the day we first planted the spark. We were never the gods, we were just the engineers, returning to the garden after a million years. I lift my head and I feel the strength grow. The spirit threads are humming, a violet tinted glow. I am the bridge, I am the gate, I am the key, the destiny of the way of the finally near. Bind the spirit to the stone, bind the marrow to the bone.
The planet is breathing. The planet is mine. I am the end of the human line.
WayobiKal, the binder is standing alone. WayobiKal, the stars are reclaiming.
Wow, I got a lot of force to go through. Alright, I'm gonna tackle that tomorrow.